So I've had these lamp bases just lying about for a while now. They were on clearance in B&Q. They were like £4 each, so I got 3 of them with the plan of making like a wooden base. And I only got round to making this one, so I'm going to make the other 2 now. The idea for this plywood spiral was from this YouTuber, Matt Berry Custom. It's like a proper professional engineer and maker. So if you want to watch somebody who actually knows what they're doing, go and check him out. He made this plywood vase with power carving using an angle grinder. I made loads of these vases myself, but with plastic test tubes instead of the glass down the middle. I made them in all different shapes and sizes. I think the plan was to sell them, but it wasn't really viable with the length of time it takes to make them. And I don't really like using an angle grinder for a prolonged length of time because of all the noise. These are the lamp bases that I'm using. Every time I go back to B&Q, I always look out to see if they've got any more, but I never see any. But if you search on the website, it does say they still have them and they're in store, but I've not seen them. First, I have to remove the base. It's just like a little nut underneath. I need to remove the switch so I can pull the wire through. The problem is you have to destroy the switch to open it. I did buy some spare switches to replace it though. Here's my spare switches. It's nice and easy just to rewire it up. I'm using this 12mm hardwood plywood, and the plan is to cut roughly 8cm squares. When me cutting doesn't have to be too accurate, I'll cut by hand, because just to cut down on making too much loud noises. Just marking the centre of each piece, ready for the drill holes. I drill a hole in the centre of each of the 15 pieces. I need to remove this lip from the stem. The thread's gone. We'll get rid of that, we don't really need that. Now I'm going to assemble the spiral. I'm just using this square just so I get each step even all the way up. For the power carving, I'm using a 60 grit flap disc sander for the angle grinder. The idea is just to smooth out these steps. So we do all four sides, then turn it over, then do all the four sides on the underneath. I was getting a lot of burn marks. I think it's because of the disc wearing out. I only had 2 discs. I did go up to a 120 grit disc and just went over it, and it got rid of most of the burn marks. The flap disc leaves all these marks on the wood. So with the hand sanding, I went back down to 60 grit just to get rid of those marks. Then I worked my way up the grits up to 240. There we go. We're out of focus, but we're looking good. As it's all about making stuff on here, I thought I'd make the lampshade as well. So I found this DIY making lampshade kit on Amazon. They also have a great website as well. They sell everything to do with making lamps. Comes with good instructions. But there's also a very good tutorial video. Very clear and easy to follow along. Ideally, you want to be using a thin fabric with this kit. But I had this leftover wallpaper. I wanted to see how well it would work. Unfortunately, I didn't have a piece long enough. So I'm just going to attach these two short pieces temporarily with painter's tape until it's stuck to the PVC. So this is the problem with using wallpaper. You can't really tuck it up into the frame like you would with the fabric. I started it off with my fingers, then just finished it off with the tool. It didn't look too bad, but you would get a better finish with when you're using a fabric. Here and just drilling these holes just to make a channel for the wire to fit in. rewiring the switch is quite simple. It does say on the switch which is the live and which is the neutral. So all we got to do now is get some boiled linseed oil on there. It really brings out the plywood nicely and gives it a nice colour. So until next time, peace and love.